Today is my day.
Oh, my mum.
The Mark V Supra is my genuine dream car. So gorgeous.
Oh.
I know, it seriously, genuinely is my dream car. Hey, Jacob.
Oh, hey, Matt.
What are we driving today?
It's a manual Toyota Supra.
Today is my day, Jacob.
Whatever you say, bro.
It is my day. All I ever do in my life is get into a car, review it. Get into a car, review it. Do I love it? Hell yeah, I love it. Do I thank my lucky stars? Of course I do. But the one thing that I always compromise on is driving cars that will not do well on the channel. And this is one of them. Historically, no one cares about the Supra on Car Source, it seems.
Why is that?
I don't know. This thing is an insane performance car. In fact, OG subscribers to Car Source, formerly Matt Brand Cars, would know that the Mark V Supra is my genuine dream car.
You've got low aspirations.
I do, and this thing now comes with a 6-speed manual. This thing is a car enthusiast's wet dream. And yes, it certainly has its flaws, but that's what I'm here to tell you all about today. So today is my day, because I know a lot of you probably don't care about this, but I do. Jacob, do you?
I do. It's just a shame you can't drive manual.
That's hurtful. Let's get into it. Alrighty, Jacob, let's talk cashola, because this thing actually starts at 96,000 Australian dollars for the GT spec, and that will still get you the inline 6B58, the amazing engine, which of course we'll come back to, and that's whether you go for the manual or the automatic. The interesting thing is, if you go for the manual, you delete things like the radar cruise control, so I don't know why it's not a bit cheaper. I don't know, man. I think this is one of the most gorgeous cars on the road. This one though, Jacob, is the GTS. So it's 108 grand drive away, and that's when you don't include this matte white paint and also the black Alcantara pack. So yeah, this thing drive away is like 116 or something.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's a lot of cash. Just go for the GT. You don't need all this. But I will say though, this white paint is just stunning.
Oh my God, it really turns heads, doesn't it?
And this whole car is just so gorgeous. Check out the view when it's exploded. Yeah, not in a bad way, in a good way. It looks amazing. I love the headlights here. You've got the really cool daytime running light. I think they're called like a blade or something. They're also the turning signals. You've got these matrix LEDs that are very bright. You do have some aero in the grille. A lot of it is actually plugged up. That is a theme across the car. And you'll also notice how long the bonnet is. This is technically a mid-engined car.
Really?
Yeah, because the engine's center of mass sits behind the front wheels. So it's like
that is really cool.
Front mid-engined or something.
Basically a Porsche.
It's a Porsche. It's an air-cooled Porsche is what we're saying. Also, Jacob, you'll notice the splitter down here. It looks really mean against the white body. You got some fake aero there. Now, there's this whole rumor that came out of the US press launch where someone said, oh, you can just rip it out and it will be functional aero. Jacob, do you think that aero on the door, which leads to the door panel, is going to cool anything?
No, I think you need to rip the whole door off.
Yeah.
And it'll just cool your left leg.
Maybe if you rip that one out, you might get some extra cooling, but it's just one of the dumbest things, and it's just made everything confusing. You suck, Toyota PR US. Check this out. These 19-inch wheels are new for this model year, and I think they look awesome. They're also wrapped in some awesome tires, Pilot Super Sport tires. They're very grippy, which is exactly what you want for a high-powered rear-wheel drive sports car, Jacob.
Makes me feel slightly less scared.
Yeah, well, this thing is still prone to lose traction if you wanted to. You've got blacked out mirror caps here. You've also got the classic double bubble roof. Looks really, really good. You've got keyless entry and go. Check out this, Jacob. Oh
my God. This car is so damn sexy.
Fattest haunches I've ever seen in my life. It is so stunning. You've also got some more spoiler stuff on the side, although who could trust the aero of this car anymore? I can't, Jacob. I can't do it anymore.
You've got trust issues.
I won't stand for it anymore, Jacob. Jacob, let's check out the back. The bum on this thing is probably my favorite angle. I love the taillights because they have a cool 3D effect to them there. You've got the Toyota badge, Toyota Supra badge in the Mark IV Supra's font. You've also got the GR badge there. You got this rain light looking thing here. That's actually your reverse camera and also your rear fog light. It looks really, really mean. Can't believe I forgot this, Jacob. The ducktail spoiler is so beautiful. The diffuser down the bottom is really cool. And you've also got dual exhausts, which genuinely sound terrifying. Oh, take a listen. Let's quickly talk about practicality. One of the least practical things about this car is there is no external boot release. You have to do it either from inside the door or have the key out and hold this button and then it pops open. I know it's small, but like, come on. Why can't you just fit one there? It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, lift that up and you're gonna see it has a really bad aperture in terms of being able to get things in and out. However, inside there is a surprising amount of space. No, there is no underfloor storage. That is where your battery is to help maintain the 50-50 weight distribution. You've also got a strap here. Wink, wink. You've also got a 12-volt socket, which is pretty impressive in the back of this thing. You've got some netting here as well and some tie-down points. You're also going to notice the dual speakers in the back. It's a bit of a retro throwback. I think it's pretty awesome. And you have a brace bar as well, and that's for the torsional rigidity. Jacob, I don't even know what that means. Let's check out the interior.
Let's do it.
Alrighty, friend. Coming into the interior on my dream car.
Is it really?
I know, it seriously, genuinely is my dream car.
You're talking like any car?
That's a hard one. A car that I could realistically buy at some point.
Are you holding back income from me?
I'm holding back income from me. Let's talk about this though, because not much has changed in the 4 years now that it has been on sale. But I do want to talk about what has changed, Jacob.
Which is?
We have a 6-speed manual, bitch, and it is a good 6-speed manual. Here's a nice little story for you guys. Before we went to pick this up, Jacob, was I or was I not telling you I thought the manual would be
Yeah, and why is that?
because the M2 manual was so rubbery. It's just like, it was just like not a good manual transmission. This is very common across BMW M products for whatever reason. They have a very rubbery, it just doesn't have much feel to it. This is entirely different. We'll come back to all of the internals of this manual when we drive it. But suffice to say, Toyota have put a lot of love into this and you can tell it's so nice and notchy. But you can also tell it's still a BMW-esque shifter because to get into reverse, you have to really push it and then just pull it up.
You have to really flex those triceps.
Let's talk about what else has changed, which is the layout of this. It's only small and it's to apparently make shifting easier, but there are some things that don't make shifting easier, Jacob.
Like having a big water bottle?
Yeah, it doesn't help to have your water bottle in here because you will whack your arm on whatever is here if you are shifting this car at all. Unless you only shift first, third, and fifth, you're gonna whack the bottles every time you do so. Minor complaint though, you do have a little storage area. I guess you could put a water bottle there. You do have your media controller here. That is for this iDrive, not iDrive system here. And it's one of the older iDrive, not iDrive systems, i.e. it came out of an old BMW. But it just works so well, man. You can use that. You can use it as a touch screen. It's really responsive. It has wireless Apple CarPlay, which works really well. You've also got this old BMW thing where you have touch-sensitive buttons, which is quite fun. And you have all your physical buttons, even for the aircon controls. It's all just physical, unlike BMW's newer cars. I know I'm talking about BMW a lot, but because it's a literal BMW in here. I will say, as time goes on, I'm starting to notice a lot more of the cheaper materials used in here. Now, you do have soft-ish materials, and no, you're not rubbing your dash all the time, but generally speaking, the softer the materials, the more noise they soak up on the road. So it is a bit loud in here when you are driving around. Some of you, though, will love that because it feels more connected, feels more go-karty. You do have the same digital instrument cluster in front of you. It's really not very customizable, but I still love it because it's just so like bare bones basic, my man.
Yeah, it shows you everything you need to see when you're corner carving.
The tack looks awesome. It doesn't really do much when you change it to sport mode, but my God, it sounds just, could kiss it. You do have a USB-A port here, a wireless charger, and a 12-volt socket, so I/O is pretty good. As I said, we have the Alcantara pack, which means we get these Alcantara and leather seats. They are phenomenal. Again, they're BMW seats. They have these really good bolsters here. They've got plenty of leg support, but they have all the BMW controls down here. I'm not complaining because you can adjust this thing in a million different ways, including the really adjustable lumbar support for those with a bad back. And you've also got memory function on them too. Jacob, I love this.
It's genuinely a nice place to be.
Yeah, and I feel like it's not overburdened with technology because now technology often in cars is just becoming too much.
I agree. And I think the infotainment screen, even though it's small, is actually a pretty good size.
It just works perfectly. You also get the JBL speakers as part of this GTS pack, and it does sound pretty decent. You do have two giant speakers sitting behind you, which is retro-ish. It's just, I don't know, a cool design element. Felt line glove box there too. The door bins are tiny. You're not fitting anything back there, but this car is very small. It's got a smaller wheelbase than a bloody GR86, Jacob.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh my God. It does not seem like it.
No. You know what else doesn't seem like it has?
What?
The amount of diarrhea-inducing power this thing has. Jacob, let's drive it.
I'm ready.
Alrighty, friend. Now it's time to launch I was about to say MG. This is not. Oh, everything's going wrong. It's time to launch the Toyota Supra. We have our specialist timing gear, which costs a lot for something that can't stick on.
I think it's Toyota windscreens. They really...
All right, we're going to put traction into sport. Okay, fist me. We're going to really feather it because it's been raining. Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I am. I'm going to give it a bit of revs. Maybe a bit more. Come on, come on.
That was all right. Oh. I mean,
I got way past. I was like, I'm going to keep going. 0 to 100 in 5.11 seconds. Can we try that one more time?
I think we can do better.
Let's try that one more time.
Yeah.
All right, bro. Attempt number 2. Let's do this. Build up some revs.
You got this.
Ooh. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh,
that's a lot better.
Slight better.
Nice.
0 to 104.91 seconds.
Under 5 seconds. That's impressive.
For a manual, and we're both sitting in here. I love it.
Mwah.
Alrighty, Fred. Driving the manual Toyota Supra. In fact, I didn't even know why I upshifted.
This one's for you, bro.
This one is for me. Oh, my mum. Oh. Now, okay, let's talk about the engine. So, it is the B58, which is the internal code name, and that means it is an inline 6-cylinder turbocharged unit, sourced, yes, from BMW, but it puts out a very healthy amount of power for a very small car. 285 kilowatt of power, 500 newton meters of torque. That has gone up over the years, and I still think they're lying.
I think it's more powerful.
I just have a very irking suspicion. Oh my God. That this is a lot more power than they claim. Okay, I have a very strong suspicion. Let's talk about the biggest change though, which is this, right? The 6-speed manual.
You all right there, bro? Did you have a stroke or something?
Yes, let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I'm stroking the 6-speed manual, Jacob.
It's pretty glorious.
It's a glorious manual. I had extremely low expectations because I'm not going to lie. In the M2, I was very disappointed by the rubberiness of the shifter, whereas this just feels like super notchy, even though it's essentially the same unit, well, at least from the same family of ZF unit. This 6-speed is unreal, and it just feels amazing in the hands. It's not like got that rubbery, stupid feeling to it. It just feels like it's the perfect shifter for this car. I know that sounds really cliche, but they have just done a f***ing phenomenal job.
They've dialed it in. It really does feel, like the M2 was a little bit muted when it came to the manual experience. It was almost like it was an afterthought. And I feel like with this, it's been designed around the manual gearbox, even though the manual came later, if that makes sense.
Exactly right. It's just, I don't know, it's just got like the perfect throws, perfect notchiness. The gear ratio is really good. Like it's clearly done for fun, you know, like, you know, you hardly reach 100 in second gear, but I don't know. I've got like no complaints.
I also like the fact that it has rev matching. I know a lot of people will be like, you heel toe the heel, whatever. No.
No.
When you're driving around town, you're not going to be heel toeing, tiptoeing around everywhere.
Now we are in sport mode. If we take it out of sport mode, the steering becomes, it's still very precise, but it becomes lighter. The car will still rev match for you automatically. You can't turn that off. You can in sport mode, but you don't need to. Okay, let's put it back into sport mode. We're gonna wait a little bit for this little Momo to go. Where it's also called. How are you, by the way?
I'm a little scared, I'm not gonna lie.
I feel like I don't ever ask you that enough.
No, you don't. But I don't ask you either, so.
Tickle, my little pickle, bro.
Please be careful.
I'm gonna try. Oh!
Oh my God.
Okay, so first little hairpin, saucy corner. We're not gonna go too hard. We do have a limited slip differential. This does feel so planted.
It feels like it could go so much faster, I have to say.
Yeah, I don't want to push it though. It's been raining and this thing is tail happy.
It's like that. Oh my God. It just has torque for days.
It's unreal. The torque is available from like 1800 RPM.
Oh man.
Look, friend, we both know this video isn't going to go great. And if it does, amazing, but it's unlikely to.
I don't care.
But this one's for the books, you know?
This one's for the boys.
This one's for the boys. And the girls.
Sure.
One more?
But we are boys.
One more little pull.
Do it.
Second gear pull. Oh.
Man, I love inline sixes.
It's just the best.
It's just incredible.
All right, Jacob. Let's get to our final thoughts.
Yeah.
Oh, Jacob, final thoughts.
You look like you've just been through hell.
I have been in heaven, frankly. Today has been an awesome day because I get to live out my car enthusiast dream of driving my dream car. Too bad I don't own it. But frankly, if you go out and you buy one, it's a big thumbs up from me. Very big. It's just so good in every way. It's surprisingly affordable for what a high performance sports car is. The 6-speed manual is awesome. The 8-speed ZF transmission automatic is awesome too. It doesn't matter what you go for, you're getting a great car. Just don't spend too much on it. Get the GT, the base model, you'll be really happy.
Yeah, I mean, after spending time with the M2, I was actually I didn't have very high expectations for the manual, and I was really surprised.
I prefer this over the M2. Big call, but I really do. Let us know what you guys think down in the comment section though. Which would you take, this or a BMW M2?